Oh yeah, motherfuckers! Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me!
I was gonna do the fuck me's with you, but I decided not to at the last minute.
Yeah, you don't have the energy that I do. Anyways, welcome to I Must Be Dead's Variety Fuckcast, featuring legendary legend Evan Romine, episode 5.
What's up?
Okay, first things first, let's get out of the way. We have a guest on again. We tried one in podcast 3, and now we have someone on podcast 5. We think she might be here to stay. I don't know. The reason we have her on is multiple reasons. Well, you know, she's a girl, right? She's got boobs.
She does. She's got 2 of them. She's got 2 of them.
She's got 2 boobs, which is a plus, I guess.
It'd be better if she had 3, like the girl in Total Recall.
Like the girl in Total Recall has 3.
Yeah, that's weird.
The new movie, they're going to redo that scene where the girl has 3. Anyways, her name's Quinn. Is that your name, right?
Sure is.
Spell that for the people.
Like Dr. Quinn.
The Dr. Quinn medicine woman.
Is that what you were named after?
No. I was actually named after a character on Days of Our Lives.
We don't want to hear that story.
Yeah, good
Okay. I don't want to hear anything about your history. All right.
So what's your middle name? If your first name's Quinn, do they give you like a normal name?
I don't have a middle name.
You don't have a middle name?
Yeah, her fucking last name takes up. We're not going to get into her whole fucking etymology of her fucking
Yeah, we don't want a bunch of Facebook people stalking you.
Okay. But I just want to introduce Quinn. Quinn is a photographer herself, right? Correct?
Yes.
But your main reason for being here, like I said, is you have tits and you take a lot of shit from me all the time.
I'm a good sport.
People don't know our relationship, but I just make fun of Quinn in her life constantly.
Yeah.
That's ever since we met, I just made fun of her, and Evan can really, he chimes in real well. He does a good job of helping me out.
No, well, my whole thing with Quinn is I'm secretly in love with you.
Yeah, we know that.
And I want to be with you.
You're putting that on the air?
Yeah.
You're putting that on the air?
Our love can never be, though.
Okay, we're gonna keep it like
You've
that.
You've got enough naked chicks around you all the time. Pick one of them.
If you were a guy, you'd know that there can never be enough naked chicks.
I guess that's true. All right, let's get to the bullet points. We don't want to talk about Quinn forever.
Yeah.
The point of you is to just not talk a lot. Okay.
So right. Quinn's actually holding the card with bullet points.
She's got the bullet points.
She's going to be the Vanna White of our radio show.
All right. First bullet point, Quinn. Okay. What the fuck are we talking about?
First bullet point, election ignorance.
What is Okay, so the elections, is there an election going on?
Yeah.
Are we trying to elect a president?
It's the day after my birthday, November 5th.
So...
And you don't know anything about it?
I have no idea what's going on. I know, all I know, here's my little report on what I know so far. I know that Mitt Romney is going to be like the Republican candidate, I think. Okay. That's pretty much like, he's like going to be the guy. You know, because it usually comes down to just 2 guys anyways. There's usually like a 3rd and 4th, but nobody gives a fuck about them. And I know that Barack Obama got the Democratic National candidacy or whatever, and he's pretty much going to be up against Mitt Romney.
So basically you don't know shit.
I don't know a goddamn thing about anything.
Alright, so your level is real close to my level.
Wait, do you even know enough to know if I'm right or wrong about that?
Yes, I do know more than you, okay? But, like, I have such a weird political, like, stance on things that I don't even know how to label it, and I don't try. And most of the time I just stay out of things. So, like, I get made fun of all the time. People are like, are you voting? And I'm like, no, not really. I could really care less who wins. And then I get my ass reamed out because of that. But that's just how I've kind of always been since I've been able to vote. I'm
kind of the same way.
Like, I'm white. You're white. I got no children. I got no wife. And I'm an artist, so I don't have a real job. So any political thing that comes out, usually it has very little effect on what I'm doing on a daily basis. And that's not my whole reason for, like, my political stance, but it's a big part of it. It's like, besides the fact that I'm an idiot and I don't keep track, maybe that's the main part. Is that the main thing?
I don't know, but you would, I mean, honestly, when you go to the ballot or whatever, would you rather make an educated decision on who's, like, I don't think people should be able to vote if they have no idea, if they're just picking people off names. Because if you go in there for the president and it has all the senators and everything else, if you don't know who those different people are, that's almost as important as voting for the president.
So what are you saying? Do you go vote and just...
I'm saying that, like, okay, there's...
A stupid test?
A stupid test.
I wouldn't pass the stupid test. Who would pass the stupid test?
Well, my point is that there's a lot of people that just go and vote and they have no idea who they're voting for.
Okay, so
would you rather have them vote or would you rather have not vote?
Did either of you guys vote the last presidential election? What?
Evan, would you be the person in control of who's fucking retarded enough or not retarded enough to vote? Who controls who fucking passes and who doesn't?
Well, you can't get into that because a lot of America's pretty stupid right now.
So, like, 7 people could vote.
Yeah, like 8.
If that's fine, if they're educated, then 8 people should decide the fate of the country.
No, I mean, I think everyone should they take it a little more seriously. I mean, more people vote for fucking American Idol than they do for the president of the United States.
Where are you pulling that statistic from?
It's true.
You don't know that.
I'm going to go ahead.
Oh, Quinn's going to also be the fact checker.
Yeah.
She's got her Google on her iPhone ready to go.
She's smart enough to just... It's
kind of more of just
probably
like
atypical to us. Like, she probably votes and knows why she's voting. Whereas we don't
Quinn,
vote.
What's your take on
it? The
it?
presidential election was the first time I could vote for president, so you bet your fucking ass I did on the last day that I could vote.
Well, who'd you vote for then?
Obama.
Okay, it's a good jump.
Is that who you're going to vote for again?
You know...
I'm not going to vote, Evan. I'm not going to vote.
Well, you know, I think...
people are going to get angry at
something
me.
that I do think, though, is like, when you're a president, usually your second term that you have, if you're a double term, if you get voted into office twice, the second term is where you actually make shit happen.
Is that the statistic? Wait a second, is that the statistic? All right, everybody, you heard it here.
I like how you're making up these statistics, but you're also saying you don't give a shit about politics.
From Evan Romine, who doesn't know he's going to vote for, he knows, though.
Yeah, I think you should all listen to what I have to say.
Second term is when the shit goes down.
Did either of you watch the speeches?
No, man.
No.
What the fuck do you...
This bullet point is election ignorance. It's not election knowledge.
Yeah, it's election ignorance. We didn't want to talk about this because we were going to talk about who we give a shit who's going to win. Me and Evan, for some reason or another, both are completely retarded when it comes to political stances.
All right, Quinn, give us your opinion, please.
No, I'm pretty ignorant too, just because of the fact that I find it extremely boring. And I feel like I watched Obama's speech last week, kind of forced to, and I thought it was just a bunch of fluff.
Like someone fucking put you in bondage and made you watch it?
He didn't say anything that, like, I don't know.
Alright, forget what the fuck you said. But, like, when you're a person who votes, I don't give a shit about the actual election. We're not going to get into that. When you see someone like me and Evan who's like, I don't fucking give a shit. I have the power to vote. I've been given the right to vote in this country, but I could give less a shit. Like, what do you... Like, usually people look down on me when I say something like that. They're like, ignorance is death or something like that. I'm like, just fucking chill out. You know
I
what
don't know.
Like,
I think it's a little sketchy about how the votes are counted. That's what I think.
I feel like she's changing the subject. Are you listening to what I'm telling you?
What do you mean? What do you want me to answer?
Nothing. I'm just saying, how do you feel about me if I don't vote?
You know what? Go for it.
Go for it. Don't vote? Go for it. Don't vote?
Don't vote.
Okay. I'm not going to. Are you going to vote?
It's better for you not to vote than vote for someone you don't know who you're voting for and they turn out to be a dumbass.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Obama skateboards and plays basketball.
Yeah.
He should get your vote. Pretty much.
Plus that second term, you know.
That's when the shit goes down. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to a different
bullet point number 2. What's the bullet point number 2?
All right. Camera equipment.
What about camera equipment?
Oh, we got to talk about photography stuff. I mean, obviously, we're both
photography topic.
Oh, so we're both photographers?
We're all 3 photographers.
Statement? Thank you very much.
People are coming here for us. You're just like an extra little thing that they get.
Thanks.
People don't even know you exist yet.
See, there's
Give them
Evan
a chance.
jumping in on the shit on Quinn wagon.
Well, the shit on Quinn wagon is a really big wagon. It's like, it's a giant wagon, right?
Yeah, it is. Okay, so we basically want to talk about people that go out and buy the most expensive shit that they can because they think that's going to help them be a better photographer, right?
Well, I guess like what I'm saying is camera equipment is people ask me all the time. They're like, "Hey, if you know, I love your stuff. I'm trying to get into photography. I wish I could do the kind of work you do. I just need a better camera." You know what I mean? And my first response to them always is, "Hey, man, the camera really has nothing to do with it. Like, in my opinion, a camera equipment, like really nice stuff, is great. It'll help you produce better quality, but it won't help you produce better images. Like, if you're not taking good images in the first place without a good camera, then the nice camera is not going to help you."
Well, a camera is basically just a tool. It's like a fucking paintbrush. That doesn't make the painting. It just makes... That'd be like saying a camera makes a good photographer is like saying a pen wrote a really good book.
Oh, you're dropping
it's the photographer.
Didn't we drop that on the Facebook the other day?
I think so.
Did you take that from the Facebook?
I don't know.
That's a good reference, but
something like that. I got it wrong.
Is that where you're getting your material, just from the fucking Facebook page?
The internet gives me all that I need. It provides for me.
The internet provides for you? This is going to take care of your fucking children and fucking bring home the bacon? The internet brings home the bacon? You're just home fucking
I'll be the stay-at-home person.
Stay-at-home mom.
We're getting off topic, okay? We're talking about needing gear to be a good photographer is false, I think.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like you just said, the pen, write a good book, or like a brush. Like if you put a good paintbrush in a good photographer's hand, it's going to help him make even finer details, better stuff. But like, just because he has a... Why are you guys laughing at me? What the fuck are you laughing at me for? I thought I was making sense. I'm making sense.
Keep going. Okay. Maybe it'll make sense in a little bit.
If you put a good paintbrush in a painter's hands, did I say paintbrush in like a photographer's hands or something?
Yeah.
Listen, guys, if I had a good paintbrush, that's my point. Is that if you gave me an awesome paintbrush, I still paint like shit.
Yeah, dude. I think you could paint.
See,
I think you guys paint okay though.
You guys thought I didn't know what I was talking about. I knew what I was talking about. Full circle. Bring it back. Snap.
So what camera did you start out with? The crappy one?
I started with like a Sony like point and shoot camera. Yeah.
That's what I started out with.
So like I started off with that, but I was still doing, in my opinion, interesting things. Like I was going around the house taking interesting pictures. I didn't know shit about lighting. I didn't know I didn't have any models.
See, I got a bonus from work, so I got like a little shitty Casio point and shoot camera. And I wasn't happy that when I pressed the shutter button, it still took like 2 or 3 seconds to actually like take a picture.
See, I didn't know anything about that though when I...
Yeah, but like I knew I wanted it to actually take a picture, so I got a digital SLR. It was a little Sony... It was the first Sony digital SLR that came out, the A100.
That's what... Well, I started with an A100 also. After my point and shoot, I got an A100. And it was good first DSLR. But I'm talking about like... Before that, you said you had a little shitty camera. You were still trying to take interesting pictures and stuff like that, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I only had it for like a couple weeks because I was like, I knew I needed to take it back. But when I first started with like getting in this digital SLR, I didn't know shit about photography. I just wanted to have a cool camera because I'd never had a camera before.
Well, a lot of people, that's the mentality. A lot of people are like, oh man, that $3,000 camera's got all the bells and whistles. That would definitely help me take a good picture. And I'm not... So you did what we're talking about, and I did it too. I had an A100, and I'm like, man, if I only had a fucking Canon something, I would take badass
no, that's
pictures.
absolutely how I started, is I thought that I needed that kind of gear. But really, you don't need that. What we're saying is that you don't need that.
Yeah.
If you're an aspiring photographer out there, just get any camera. And you actually, if you do your research and understand, but I think the big thing about having a digital SLR is being able to shoot in manual mode. So you can actually...
figure out what the fuck you're doing.
Well, yeah, because if you have a point-and-shoot camera, you're shooting it automatic, you're not actually learning anything about photography. So my advice for anyone out there is to get a cheaper digital SLR, like a Canon Rebel or something like that, as much as you can afford, and learn how to actually use manual mode instead of just a point-and-shoot camera.
If anyone's listening, stop asking me what camera I use. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter what camera you use, all right? Evan's trying to say it nicely. It doesn't fucking matter what camera you use, all right? Just learn lighting and use what camera you have. And when you're good enough and you are taking quality pictures, then go spend some money on a good camera.
Well, I think it's also funny how, like, the more advanced and the better you get at photography, you kind of go back to, like, the roots of your photography. So you start off on this little thing and you're like, I need to have the best camera. I need to have the best lens. I need more lighting stuff. And then once you get to a certain point, you're like, I kind of want to shoot with film. Or I kind of want to shoot something that doesn't look like it's photoshopped. You kind of hit like a peak, and you go back down in that little valley of like...
I go to my deep Jewish roots back in fucking Germany in the Holocaust when the photographers had nothing but a box and some paper like burn sun images into. That's the roots I go back to. My Jewish roots. What roots do you go back to?
I don't know what to say after that.
You don't have roots like that?
No, dude. I have no photography roots at all.
I go beyond film.
I don't think...
Oops.
Dude, turn your fucking phone on silent, okay? Jesus Christ.
Sorry. What are your roots, man?
Dude, no one in my family is a good photographer. My mom used to shoot film, and we used to run like track in high school and stuff like that. And she'd always come out and take pictures. She'd burn through like 4 rolls of fucking film at like the 1 hour photo. She probably spent like $80 every time we went out and had like an event, and never got really that many good photos. But she didn't know anything about photography. She would set the camera on automatic and just shoot. But it doesn't matter if she had a nicer camera or not. She's not a very good photographer. She's not going to get better pictures.
That's rude. You're rude.
Mom, if you're listening, I love you very much.
You just put your mom...
I really don't think my mom's going to listen to this. But what I'm saying
I'm going to get your mom to listen.
But what I'm saying is that, okay, I'm just using my mom as an example. If you have a person who doesn't know anything about photography and you give them my camera that I have right now, the Canon 5D Mark II, they're not going to take any better pictures with that just because it's a nice camera.
No, they're not. So they should buy it because then we can make fun of them. Was I telling them not to buy it earlier?
Yeah.
The opposite. Go buy a nice camera, people, so like we can sit here and podcast about you. Because a lot of times you see people at an event, like we were at the fetish ball or whatever, and there's guys walking around with just all this badass equipment. Like they have as much gear as you do, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're like, like learn your equipment before you go out and spend a bunch of money on it. But I think we all thought it's like hypocritical to say that because I've been there where I'm like, oh man, if I just had this $2,000 lens, my images would be so badass. I'm doing that right now. Like I have a 70-200 f4, and I want a fucking f1.2 85 millimeter. Like you tell me is someone at my level like is that can I validate that, or do I still have a little bit of like I can make great images with my current equipment? I don't need that 85, but I want that 85 because I think like the quality would be badass.
Well, yeah, and I think the whole thing is discovering what is good for you and what's not good for you. I mean, if I have a 70-200 in my bag as well, I never use it. So should I carry that around or should I get something else? So gear can just kind of mean a lot of different things to different people. But I think when you're starting off, as long as you understand the basics and say, I have a zoom lens, but I shoot at 50 millimeters a lot, maybe you should do a 50 millimeter prime. Like you're going to find out kind of like what you want and what you need throughout
what you shoot a lot of, right?
Yeah, if you shoot weddings, you're probably going to want to have 2 cameras, one with the 70-200 and one with the 24-70.
Well, that's why I want the 85 because I feel like I shoot a lot at the 85, like 85 to 100, and so I don't need fucking 200. I don't ever shoot at 200.
Yeah.
So like, but a part of me is like, oh wow, I really, I'm not even saying want the 85. I'm like, oh, I need the 85. My photos would be so great if I could be at the fucking 85, you know what I mean? And so I don't know in me like whether I'm being an idiot or if I really should invest in getting the 85.
Well, you're going against kind of what you're saying is that you can basically, if you have a lens that can already hit 85, then why don't you just fucking leave your lens on 85?
It would cost $1,000. No, like an 85 prime is different from a 24 to 105 at 85.
I think that no one's going to notice the difference except for you.
Well,
or people
is that the most important thing, though?
I don't know. Is it? Do you think all your followers are going to know what?
No, they're not going to know at all.
Yeah. So what's the difference?
But he calls you all his bitches, not followers.
You need to come up with a name like Lady Gaga and her monsters. You need to come up with
They call them monsters?
They call them monsters? That's
awesome. Her fans.
Well, what do you guys want to be called? What do you want to be called, Evan? Because you're
I'm not a fan of your work.
You're like you're number one stunner. When you call me, that song plays. Number one stunner.
No, actually, okay, I am your biggest fan, I think.
No, you're not. There's some crazy girls in fucking Canada and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was one of them tried to friend me. I asked McKay, I was like, do you know this chick? And he's like, no. And I'm like, she wants to be my friend.
Quinn,
she's
might be listening right now in Iceland.
Promoting your work. I didn't say what her name was. Or something.
But we're asking you, what do you guys want to be called? What should they be called? You come up with it, Evan.
The zombies.
The Romines?
They're zombies. I must be dead. They're your zombies.
Okay, the zombies.
Sweet.
Sure, let's go with that. What were we talking about? What are we talking about?
We're talking about equipment.
Camera equipment.
Would the zombies know if would the zombies know if the 85 millimeter was from a prime or from the zoom? No, they would have no fucking clue. But I would know. And
whatever makes you happy, McKay.
See, nothing makes me happy though. So I have a huge problem. Like
That's not true.
When I take a good photo, I'm happy for like 30 seconds, and then I'm just pissed off again. It's like, so the 85 would give me that high, like kind of like you're for a second, you're fucking, oh yeah, 85, my pictures are badass, and then you're just pissed off again.
Yeah, well, let's wrap this up, though. I'm basically saying that what I'm saying is that camera gear does not make you a good photographer. It's a utensil that you use to cook the pictures.
I know.
Agreed.
I know you guys told me to turn my phone off, but I feel like this is good material because would you like to know the text that I got? It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say who it's from, but someone asked me if I would purchase a hand job from them.
Wait, so who'd be giving who a hand job?
We're not gonna delve into.
You brought it up, dude.
Someone texted me if I would purchase a hand job.
Purchase a hand job, so they would give you a hand job. You'd be paying for a hand job from them.
I would be paying for a hand job. Basically,
I would think that your zombies would want to just give you a hand job. They would pay you to let them give you a hand job.
Discuss. Okay, the zombies. I'm just saying the text I got. Someone text.
Was it a man or a woman?
No, it was a woman. Just curious.
So she wants you to give her a hand job.
She wants me to purchase a hand job from her.
So how much was the hand job?
I don't know. We haven't discussed that.
Because I might lend you the
money. She's asking me if I would purchase a hand job. The answer is...
Wait, so you're friends with a whore and she's trying to get business from you?
I'm friends with various people.
So how much did she want for a hand job?
Haven't figured that out yet.
Alright, so is there a time requirement for a hand job? She's like, if I'm just sitting there for an hour...
We talked about this, you know what I mean? We talked about whether she would enjoy it. Like, does she get the job done real quickly? Like... How much is a hand job? Quinn, how much would you do a hand job for? You got a number. Don't act like you would never do it. $1 million?
Just like a random person?
See, we've talked about our gay number before. What's our hand job number?
Well, not like a random person. Like just an average looking person.
I don't know. I'm not
a homeless guy.
Poor, so I wouldn't do that. I'm sorry.
So your number would be pretty high then?
Yeah. What would your number? So you would give.
What do you say? Like $2,500 for a hand job?
Well, that would just make me a high class whore, right?
Yeah,
that's
okay.
I
just said I wasn't one, so I'm not going to do it.
Okay, so you would be a
call girl.
No,
you wouldn't do that for
classy
for $2,500.
No.
Whoa!
out of my price range.
Come on, Quinn. $500,000. Give a guy a hand job.
No,
$500,000 for a hand job.
I feel awful about myself afterwards.
I've never got any good enough hand jobs where I think they're $500,000 jobs.
Yeah,
but what if you were like a billionaire and it was like $5 to you?
There's a lot of what ifs in this statement.
Are there any McDonald's cheeseburgers for $1 that you felt like really comfortable with?
McKay, let's get back to your text here.
Yeah, okay.
How much would you be willing to spend on a random stranger giving you a hand job?
Depends on how good the hand job is. Like,
yeah, but you're not going to know that until it's done.
Does it matter who it's from?
Yeah, it matters who it's from. What do you mean? Would I rather have a hand job from Barack Obama or from a nice, attractive lady?
Hillary Clinton.
Barack Obama, of course. I mean, if you got a hand job from the president, that'd be podcast material.
So for your hand job scenario, from your hand job scenario, you gave me
Barack Obama gave everyone a hand job, would they have to vote for him?
Should I vote for him?
He just goes down the line, just fucking hand jobbing everybody. Vote for me. Vote for me, folks. I think that's a good campaign. Like, we should run his campaign, and maybe you could give a hand job.
I would feel a personal connection with him if he gave me a hand job. Every time I see him on TV, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna listen to what you got to say.
Constitutional amendment, we need a third term because this guy gives hand jobs. That's what I'd say. The fuck are we talking about?
Next topic.
Can we do next topic, please? Please.
9/11.
Oh, 9/11.
This is depressing.
Sad.
We're doing this on 9/10.
Going from hand jobs to 9/11.
Right. Yeah.
How much of a piece? Does everyone in this room feel like hanging their head a little bit? Like,
yeah.
Like, all right. Whose idea was it to talk about 9/11 today?
Right. Let's just bring the podcast fun to a screeching halt now.
Yeah. We were talking about presidential hand jobs, which was funny, and now we're going to talk about 9/11 because tomorrow's 9/11, and it's a fucking depressing day.
All right, Quinn. 9/11. Where were you? Were you affected at all? Like, was it like a big thing? Do you know anyone in New York or?
No.
Whoa, my mind just got blown. Keep going, but I just realized something for the first time.
What?
When I was in aerospace class when 9/11 happened, that never registered with me that I was in a plane class when 9/11 happened. I don't know. That's just weird to me. I was in aerospace class. That never triggered until just now. I guess you have to be high sometimes to fucking
open up your mind.
Open up your mind.
Right? Where was I? I was at home getting ready for school, and I watched the news every day while I was getting ready. And
that's right. Because I was in Florida and it was like at 11 or 12. You guys hadn't even fucking gone to school yet over here.
And that year I was supposed to take a trip to New York, in my drama class, and it got canceled. It was sad.
They canceled your fucking drama class?
Wait,
that's where the drama's at, though. Why wouldn't they schedule like 3 trips? Like, all right, drama class, we're gonna go fucking to the
safety.
We're gonna go to Ground Zero because there's a lot of drama over there. That makes. If I was a drama teacher, I'd have you there the next day picking up rocks.
But my dad is from New York, and I went there like 2 years later with him, and he would not go to Ground Zero. He did not want to see it. It was like super depressing for him.
Are they building another building now?
Yeah, they have the memorial, and it's awesome.
No, they're building another building.
See it.
Yeah, it's the One World Trade Center, right?
I don't know. Where were you?
I was in school. I was actually.
Where were you when man landed on the moon?
When man, I was just a twinkle in my dad's eye.
Just a little tiny sperm that you didn't even exist.
I didn't exist yet.
All right, where were you on 9/11?
Oh, I was
just
at,
a twinkle in your.
I was
your
at school up in Cottonwood.
Marauders.
Cottonwood.
We were the Marauders. We were
Can
pirates.
You plug your fucking school.
We were pirates
on the podcast, man.
Yeah, dude. We're fucking. I'm going to my 10-year reunion actually.
Wow, that's depressing.
It is kind of depressing.
I thought 9/11 was like our point of depression, and then you have to bring up that your 10 year is fucking
man,
next
shut
year.
the fuck up. So, I was at school.
You're old.
I was at school, and like they would like wheel.
How old is he, Quinn? Older than both of us.
If he's going to 28.
28.
Yeah.
I'll be 29 in November. So I was at school. Yeah. We were just going about our day, and I think it was like as I was getting to school, they had like the TVs on the trays, like the fucking wheel in. They had those all going, and they were all telling us about. They were like letting us watch the news, and it was fucking scary.
Yeah, it was fucking scary.
We thought there was going to be like an attack on like the whole country.
They teach you at school.
It wasn't just the one plane. Like we took a couple planes.
Second plane, like on TV, go into the.
Yeah. You got to get under your desk and curl up in a ball. That's the safety precaution they say.
They don't teach that anymore
for nuclear bombs instead.
No, they used to teach that. Like
they don't teach that anymore.
They don't teach that anymore.
Curling up in a ball is out of date.
I think the fetus position is a pretty normal response to being fucking bombed or whatever.
Yeah, like what. Like, I could see fucking you curling up in a little ball if something went down right now, like a robber came in.
If something was going down right now, I'd be the big spoon to Quinn. I would protect her. I would shield you from debris.
I've already got a big spoon.
Okay.
What if you were a bigger spoon than that spoon? Like, what if you were like a ladle? And you just ladled the shit out of her.
She's got her own spoon. It makes sense.
I think if she had a spoon... But you were a ladle that you.
I was talking when I said that. I was talking more about like right now. Like if there was an explosion, I would jump on top of you to protect you.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
I would just die. You wouldn't
not get out of your chair. You would not get out. He's got the fucking camp chair right now.
You wouldn't spoon me if there was an explosion in.
I would go for a Quinn. if it was just me and you, I'd probably protect you.
Tell me the reason why you would protect Quinn over me.
Because I'm a lady.
Because she's a lady, and that's
she's got a vagina.
I'm a delicate flower.
Because you could reproduce and start our population over again with her.
Yeah, if we were the last two on Earth, we would have. And Quinn, can I just say we'd probably have some good-looking babies.
I think your two's babies would look pretty good.
Yours two's.
Yours two's.
Yours two's.
Yem two's babies would be pretty good looking. I really would agree with that.
Oh man!
All right, so 9/11.
I don't want to talk about 9/11. It's depressing.
Is it still? Is it still like a big thing right now?
Why isn't it a holiday?
Like, isn't it though? Like, don't people actually get a day off?
We're not. I'm going to work tomorrow. You're going to fucking work.
Why would it be a holiday?
Because it's a national tragedy. Yeah.
Well, like Pearl Harbor Day.
It's not like nobody get off on Pearl Harbor.
Nobody has the day off, but it's like a national holiday or like a national day.
We should barbecue and light fireworks.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
We should barbecue and light fireworks tomorrow. For American enough. Are you American enough?
I was gonna say
these people.
I was gonna say something terrible about making paper airplanes as a tradition.
Are you American enough? If you don't eat barbecue and light a firework tomorrow, you're not fucking American. That's right. And use a plastic plate. Got to use a plastic plate. Got to throw it away. Kill a bird. That's what I say. 9/11 is a tradition of killing things.
Next topic.
No, it's not. We're talking about next topic. All right. Always remember 9/11.
Always remember. What was that joke I told you?
Oh, man.
No, let's not.
The knock-knock joke?
Let's not go to the fucking prefabricated jokes, because we did one of those last time.
And it fucking failed.
We want original content. People listen to the podcast for original content.
Yeah. All right, Quinn, hit us with number 3.
Hit us.
Okay. User suggestion. Have
All right.
Figure that out.
Yeah, we're gonna do. We think it's fun to do a user suggestion every week. So,
did you actually have the user suggestion? The actual question?
What? What do you mean?
Like the actual question.
Oh,
the question is, what the fuck should we talk about?
Yeah, because you posted something earlier today that said, hey, we got podcast number 5. What are your suggestions? There was a lot of stupid shit on there.
Let me go.
Yeah, well, they're all, but the zombies are not meant. They're not praised for their mental.
You want me to read the one that
the zombies?
Yeah, like you were gonna ask the one that have you ever the way you perceive.
So the question is, I'm curious to know if you've delved into the world of psychedelics, and if so, did that have any significant impact on your certain pieces of artwork? Also, did it alter the way you perceived things as an artist?
Jesus Christ.
That was long.
That's a long question.
Okay, so first
does pot count? As a psychedelic, or does that not count as a psychedelic?
Are psychedelics like shrooms?
Psychedelics would be like shrooms or LSD.
Yeah.
I've not done LSD, but I've done shrooms. Have you done shrooms?
I did it one time. I'm feeling my pooch right now.
Yeah, he's talking.
I've had a conversation with someone who was on shrooms. It was the weirdest conversation ever.
Quinn, in case you guys didn't figure out yet, she's not doing any of the pot. She's not drinking.
I'm straight.
She's fucking straight edge. She's got X's.
Actually, well, I'm a little cracked out on a caffeine pill.
That's not a psychedelic, okay?
Well, I know.
That's what happened. You gotta be careful. That's what happened on Saved by the Bell with Jessie, where she got into caffeine pills.
Now, I don't get suicidal when I'm on psychedelics, but I get very okay with dying. It's
That's not good.
It's a weird thing, yeah. The other, it's just, when I took them, I just think, to me at the time, they're, really profound thoughts. I don't know if they are, for real. I think maybe just,
You need to write them down.
Yeah, I need to start fucking bringing a recorder. But just really profound, sad things, and I become perfectly, fine, if I would die. But I don't, get suicidal I want to die, but it's almost like being okay with it. That's kind of the shit. That's the kind of shit I feel when I'm on mushrooms.
Does that influence your photography in any way, though? That's what the question is about.
Well, I think a lot of the photos that I do, I'm in touch with, a lot of people say that there's some of the photos, they're they have this somber emotion to them, you know what I mean? Or the idea is it's cool, but it's also almost depressing. So I think
ripping bunny ears off of their
me and Quinn did a photo where she was doing a magic trick and she was ripping she ripped the bunny ears off of the bunny. A lot of
people were not fans of that.
Well, you never know what's going to be good or not. But I guess the whole gist is that I feel like I'm really in tune with my depressive thoughts. Not to say that I have more than anybody else, but I think I'm very aware of my negative and depressing feelings, and I know how to turn that into...
You channel them into art.
Channel them into art. So
your name is I Must Be Dead, so it kind of makes sense.
Well, but that's more positive, right?
That's actually it's actually the same gist. It's a positive, but also in a somber way. So I think when I'm on psychedelics, I get hyper in touch with that side of me. It's not a negative thing. And maybe that influences my art or my photography in some way. Is that I don't know if I sound like bullshit when I say that, or if people agree that I feel in order to be a good artist, you have to be really in touch with not only your really positive feelings, but your negative ones as well.
Dude, if there was a movie that was ever made about your life, and there's a scene where you take your fucking mushrooms or LSD or something like that, there's got to be a scene where the person who plays you says, "Whoa, I must be dead." When they have the title of the movie and
Keanu Reeves or something like that.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is gonna play you.
Keanu Reeves would play me in a movie.
Whoa, I must be dead, bro.
That sounds pretty good. You should.
That's just that part. There's that part. Whenever there's a part in a movie where they say the title of the movie.
You don't think that's kind of corny, though?
No, I think that's fucking awesome.
All right.
Well, that's the point. It's corny, and he likes corny, so that would work well.
Okay.
I mean, I think Keanu Reeves should play me. I can do kung fu.
All right, Quinn, if you were in a movie, who would play you? Who would you want to play you?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman?
That's so ridiculous.
What?
She's smart and pretty.
What?
Oh!
Thanks, McKay.
Who would play you?
Oh, we're just going to end that there.
Yeah, it's done.
Quinn, I think you're pretty. And I think Natalie Portman would do a good job playing.
He would ladle you.
Thank you.
I would not ladle.
I didn't say ladle, I said spoon.
Well, you're big.
I guess ladle's a spoon.
You would ladle the shit out of her like this. I'm doing a hugging noise. Hugging look, whatever.
I want Jude Law.
Matthew McConaughey.
I want Jude Law to pay me.
You don't get Jude Law.
I would literally, if a genie came down today, I'd say and said, "What are your 3 wishes?" One of them would definitely be Matthew McConaughey's hair.
What?
But I want Matthew McConaughey. Like a receding hairline, though.
I've got a receding hairline, kind of, sort of. I mean, it's not receding. It's like that's as high as it's going to go.
It's receded.
Receded. That's why I think like Jude Law. He's kind of like got a high hairline like me too.
What you think? Jude Law is way too like. Just like Natalie Portman is pretty and educated, Jude Law is fucking sophisticated and
he's also British, I guess.
Yeah. You and Jude Law.
In my movie, Evan Romine has a British accent.
Is that your British accent?
No, that's like my fucking rock star accent.
How many accents do you got?
I've got a lot of accents.
For yourself, just like different versions of Evan Romine's fucking accent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you do one for us?
Don't you have that too?
No.
Do your Jude Law accent right now.
I don't have a Jude Law accent. Like,
you don't have a Jude Law? What would be your Jude Law being Evan Romine's accent? Like, if Jude Law had to act as Evan Romine, what the fuck would that sound like?
Well, I think if he was playing me, he wouldn't say it with a British accent. Like, I think British.
That's what I'm saying.
I think British people are actually very good at doing the American or like.
Why do you keep hitting your fist? I'm just saying. We're not saying what would Jude Law sound like. We're saying if Jude Law was trying to talk like Evan Romine, what would that sound like?
The whole reason why he wants Jude Law to play him is because he has a British accent. Yes.
No, I really don't care.
Because he's suave. Jude Law is suave.
What if it was Jude Law playing me, but he was voiced over by like Sean Connery or something cool?
What?
Because you can do a Sean Connery, right?
No, not really.
He can do a Sean Connery.
Only when I order pancakes. I'm not going to do fucking accents on here. It's not fucking comedy. It's not my stand-up special.
Stand-up special. So what topic are we even on? We're on psychedelics.
You really want what's-his-face to play you in a movie?
Who's going to play me in a movie? Keanu Reeves? Sure. I Must Be Dead. The Chronicle. It would be a fucking chronicle, and there'd be a lot of downtime of boringness.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I just think he's a shitty actor. That's what I think.
Keanu Reeves is a shitty actor.
More. See, I'm really nice to you. You're not nice to me about my actress.
Well,
pick.
I think if I was ever nice to you, then we couldn't be friends anymore.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
I think that'd be an awesome movie to see the three of us like with our like favorite like actors playing us.
You'd be Jude Law, I'd be Keanu Reeves, and she'd be Natalie Portman.
I think that's
sitting here having a podcast.
Dude, that's an all-star. That's an all-star cast right there.
Nice.
And if Natalie Portman, if you're listening right now, I want you to know that I'm in love with you and I want to date you.
Would you ladle Natalie Portman or Quinn first?
Oh, if Natalie Portman is here, Quinn would be like yesterday's fucking news. Quinn, but you're here right now, and if there was a meteor or something like that, I would cover you up and save you.
Is that a term that we can catch on now rather than spooning, like ladling?
I like it. It kind of sounds like yodeling, though.
Well, I think it means like, oh, that guy would spoon you, but I would ladle you.
Is there anything different than from like a ladle to a spoon?
Oh, well, a ladle is like even more protective and I don't know, it's more encompassing. Like a ladle, you get all the soup rather than just some of the soup.
So the girl's the soup.
The girl's the soup, and I'm going to ladle that whole shit up.
All right, next topic.
All right, it says L.A., the Evan Romine.
Oh, I'm pulling an Evan Romine.
I don't know if you remember from podcast number 4.
I don't know if you remember from the podcast, but there's a guy called Evan Romine on it.
Motherfucking Evan Romine. And I just got back from a couple weeks ago from a trip where I just kind of drove off to Los Angeles and didn't really have a plan, and I had a fucking awesome time. So
I'm doing it this week.
So you're doing it this week?
I got to go do an art show on Thursday, and then I think I'm shooting a model on Friday, but I don't have a place to stay. I don't have a time frame. I'm just going to go for 4 days and drive around and sleep in my car.
Well, here's the thing. I think you forget that I had a plan, sort of, to like places to stay.
Yeah, well, I got to go to an art show, and I got to go shoot a model. Those are my plans.
What I'm saying is I don't want your zombies just to think that I'm just fucking going out there willy-nilly like a homeless man just trying to like live off the fucking streets.
The zombies don't think about you. You don't have to worry about it. Anytime you think they're thinking about you, you don't have to worry about it.
Because they're all obsessed with like buying your fucking socks online.
The zombies fucking care about you. You're the legendary legend, so don't ever forget that. Okay, you're a pull on this show.
You like how we just like switch gears, like right
that's what I do. I like to bring someone down and then bring them back up. So you're a good friend of mine,
never bring
and
me
people
up.
people care. Quinn,
You just
don't
bring
talk.
Me down.
Okay, quick, say something nice about Quinn.
Silence.
Say something nice, man.
Hey, there has to be something you like about me. You take my picture, right?
He spent the first 5 minutes of the video talking about your boobs, so.
But everyone has boobs.
I haven't done that, boobs.
I mean, women, they're all boobs.
Yeah, but okay. We'd still like to see them.
All right, so you had a goal in mind. You don't want people to think about that you're just a fucking hobo driving around.
No, I wasn't a drifter for a fucking month.
I'm going to do drifting. I'm going to go drift somewhere. And if anyone's listening that's in LA and, you want to cook me some chicken pot pie or something. If you have a couch food. If you have a couch, I'll come stay on your couch. I really want to go to the Redwood Forest and go back to Willits, California, where they grow a bunch of weed. That was a good place to go. I'm going to go, I might drive up there. If I make a lot of money at the art show, I'm just going to go blow a bunch of it on gas, driving around to cool places, taking pictures.
I think, I think we should do.
What are we going to do?
The fucking I Must Be Dead road trip across America.
Starting a Kickstarter for that? What do you
want? Yeah, what we do is,
from every
Quinn,
state?
you can come too. We're going to get a fucking RV, right, you and I? And we're going to travel across the country. We're going to stop at all these fucking people's houses and, like, give them photo shoot or, like, photography advice or something like that. We're going to record the whole thing on video, sell it on a fucking DVD, and then we're going to visit all your fans.
I thought a good Kickstarter would be, I will take a picture of everyone who donates. Like, even if you donate, like, you know what I mean?
What if a fucking million people do it, dude?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'd have to get a bunch in a photo at a time. But I thought that would be interesting. Is that too broad?
That'd be cool.
You want to do the I Must Be Dead Fuckfest across America?
Yeah.
Are you coming?
Do you want to come?
I'm down.
All right.
All right. Is anyone interested in that? We'll come to your town and broadcast at your high school.
At your high school?
And we'll creep every single girl out. Be like, hey, you want some ladling? She'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, we're going to go visit...
You know what a fucking ladle is?
Fucking high schools?
Where are we going to go to college? They won't let us. We can't even vote. They're not going to let us in a college.
We can absolutely vote.
No,
we just don't.
You and me are just too
ignorant.
Yeah. We're too ignorant to vote. They're going to let us on fucking college grounds.
Yeah, but dude, I don't want to go to fucking high school. They're not going to appreciate our fucking art.
Middle school? You don't think high school?
No, I'm not saying to go younger. I'm saying to go older. Or just say it...
Like a bookstore, like with some 30-year-old ladies who want to bone you?
Dude, like Barnes & Nobles. Like
I know you can pull that.
Oh, dude.
I
could tell you some stories about some Scottsdale Cougars, but I don't want to get into that.
Wait,
I think a tour across America would be fucking awesome.
Do you want to get into that? Scottsdale Cougars?
No.
In Evan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just say when I was walking to the bathroom one time, Barcelona was the name of the place. It's not in business anymore.
I thought that was the name of the lady.
Yeah, her name is Barcelona.
Me and Barcelona fucking go way back.
Yeah, fucking awesome name. No, I was walking to the fucking bathroom, like on the edge of the dance floor, and I literally just got my nuts grabbed by some lady, and I was like, whoa!
That's your cougar story.
She could have been my grandma, dude. She was fucking old.
Did she hiss at you and stick out her tongue like they do in the
like
movies?
A bobcat?
Yeah,
No, she didn't hiss at me. She just grabbed my nuts because she was like, all fucking horny on the dance floor.
Did you give it to her later?
No, dude. She was like 75 years old.
What'd you do?
Oh.
Did you just walk away?
Yeah, I walked to the bathroom. I felt fucking violated.
Aw, how sad.
You felt violated? Did you like it?
No, I didn't.
Because sometimes violation is good.
I didn't like it.
No,
Okay.
I don't agree with that statement.
Quinn, you're a woman. No one's going to agree with, why would you agree with anything I'm going to say?
Well, I don't particularly agree with that.
Have you ever agreed with anything I've ever said?
Yeah.
No.
Quinn, do you think if you stayed in Phoenix for a while, you could be a cougar in Scottsdale?
No.
Quinn would be for sure. She's going to have that little graphic design fucking degree and money going on in 10 years. Maybe have your own business. You're going to be all rich and shit, and then just go pick up these 18-year-old dudes at the bar.
All right, so Quinn, you're 40 years old on the dance floor of the bar. Would you just grab some dudes?
Okay.
Would you grab...
I don't go to dance floors now. I wouldn't go to one when I'm...
Maybe
you never know.
Did you have sex 10 years ago when you were fucking 12 years old or whatever?
No.
So how can you say that you won't grab nuts in another 10 years?
I'm not a...
So what?
Life changes is what I'm saying.
So what's your approach? If there was some hot piece of 18-year-old guy coming at you and you're a 40-year-old cougar, a 21, whatever, would you go for the nuts?
No.
Would you buy him a drink?
I'm classy.
Would you buy him a drink?
You know what?
I'd buy him a drink.
All right, I want to hear her mindset of her as a cougar.
Dudes come to me.
Oh shit! You just think fucking 18-year-old dudes when you're 40 are just
no.
She's like a fucking vacuum cleaner.
Wait a sec, keep going with that. What's that?
Just sucking all the. Never mind.
Sucking all the what?
Like a vacuum.
Like the dirt?
Yeah, sure, dirt.
Does it start with D?
Jumping on the wagon.
Yeah, it's a big wagon. I'm telling you. It's a giant wagon to make fun of Quinn.
All right, did we already finish all of our stuff we're going to talk about?
No, man, we got more bullet points. What the fuck are we talking about?
Next one.
We were talking
about LA and...
Oh, I'm going to LA. And I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. That's basically the gist of it.
So he's pleading for your help on Facebook, on the podcast.
I don't need any help. I'm going to sleep in my car, man. Like, I'm looking forward to sleeping in my car on the beach.
All right, here's a question. Is your car going to fucking make it to California?
Yeah, it'll make it. It might not make it back, but it'll get there. We just coast all the way in. Or I'll take a bus.
There you go.
But I don't drive a nice car. I don't have nice clothes. I'm just a guy.
Do you think your fans think you drive like a really fucking nice car?
I think some people think I'm like a hotshot or something, which is untrue. So that's like I'm poor as hell. So I just do the art for the people, like Quinn. Like I want Quinn to get ladled at night and just feel comfortable in their beds because I'm out there doing the hard work.
What do you mean? I do the hard work too.
What do you do?
What do you mean?
You got boobs. You got it easy.
What? No.
Would you say she's got it easy?
Yeah, she gets free drinks, man.
I don't get free drinks.
You're drinking.
You're not doing it right. You're not using your boobs correctly.
Well, I'm not a fucking floozy, so I don't need
but you can still get free drinks.
Floozy.
I haven't gotten free drinks.
I think the fans want to believe that you're a floozy, so you need to start pouring your...
I think you guys want to.
Do you think the zombies want her to be a floozy, or we want her to be a floozy?
If I was a floozy, would you guys want me to be on your podcast?
Yeah.
No, because then she'd be talking about all the...
Okay.
All the
D that you vacuum.
All right, let's stop talking about me. All right, next topic.
What's the next topic?
If you could go back in time, what advice would you give
yourself?
yourself?
Fuck yeah, I love this question. I came up with this at the last minute in case we didn't have time. I don't know what our
Say
time
it again because you interrupted her halfway through. How much time do we got?
I'm finding it right now. We got 2 minutes to talk about this.
Should we get into it, or we should? Yeah, okay, let's do it.
We can keep going.
All right,
the alarm's going to go off, but we'll talk about it.
Okay, so say the question again.
Okay, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself?
But also in the question is saying that if you could go back to yourself at any age, like what age would you go back and talk to yourself? Like, would you tell your 12-year-old self?
The question. You don't like how I wrote the question down?
No, I'm saying like, okay, if you go back in time and tell yourself something, like what age do you tell yourself? When you're 18, when you're 25, like was there a milestone? All right, so McKay, if you could go back in time and tell your past self something, give him like 5 minutes to tell him like, hey, don't take that fucking train because it's going to change your life or something like that. Like, what would you do?
I'd probably go back and tell myself, just do what you're doing, man. You're going to be fucking golden. That's probably what I'd tell myself.
There's nothing, there's no, incidents in your life you want to erase because they fucked you up or something?
No. Everything I've done in my past is a part of who I am now. And that's what I would tell myself. Because I don't want to ruin anything. It's like spoiling a movie. Hey, man, everything's going to be golden. Just keep plugging along.
Well, I think by saying that, you're saying that you also wouldn't change anything about who you are today.
Correct.
Yeah. So, if you said, hey, fucking invest all your money in fucking Facebook or Google or whatever, you would be a totally different person than you are right now because you'd be...
You're saying drop a line on fucking investments and shit? Is that... What would you do? You would tell yourself to invest in Facebook?
No, dude, I would actually... Okay, so when I got out of high school, I didn't waste it, but I spent a lot of my life just kind of floating around, just not really knowing what I wanted to do with myself. And if I knew I wanted to be a photographer, if I knew I had a knack for it, I probably would have told myself, like, hey, don't do your thing for 5 years and then wait till you discover photography. Like, let's start photography right now. Well, but also, I mean, everything that happened in my life leading up to the point where I started photography, it all, like, shaped me into the person that I am. So
what are you trying to say? Would you change shit or would you not change shit?
Well, what I'm saying is, like, it's one of those catch-22 things. Like, I could have done it. I could go back to my 18-year-old self when I'm graduating high school and say, hey, man, think about fucking photography. Go get a camera.
If you do that, you'd be you might not even get into photography.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck you, Evan.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck you, future Evan.
Or I might be like a fucking nature photographer shooting pictures of fucking otters or something like that.
What about you, Quinn? What would you tell yourself? What age would you be when you went back and told yourself?
I don't know. Beginning of high school.
You would have told yourself, you're going to have awesome boobs.
No.
Yeah, don't worry, because you're going to be attractive, so you don't have to worry.
Oh, so I have no cares in the world because I'm...
That's what from my point of view.
All right, Quinn, what would you say? What would you say to your past self? What age?
I wouldn't change anything either, other than I would tell myself to not be so serious.
Yeah.
And have more fun.
Why so serious?
Because it would have saved me a lot of migraines.
A lot of migraines?
Yeah.
I have migraines. Never. I don't have migraines.
They suck pretty bad.
Yeah, don't have them.
Lots of narcotics.
So stop being so serious. Next time you can smoke with us. That'll help your migraines.
I need to, I'm not serious when I'm drinking. I need to be drunk. I'm a lot more fun.
You heard it here, folks. We're going to get her sloshy. Next time, Quinn's going to be fucking trashed.
And she's going to be 3 times louder also.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, when you get drunk, you don't get louder?
No. My voice can, not physically get any louder than this, or I'll lose it.
So what if you're being attacked? What if you're going out to your car late at night and you're being attacked? You just go, help me.
Like, do the attack?
Me. Someone help me. Someone call the police.
Evan, how do you attack someone again? It looks like you put a key into a fucking car.
That's what I'm saying. When she goes to put the key in the car, someone comes up behind her and, has her in a headlock.
So what...
Well,
they'd probably be like, if you scream, I'll fucking slit your throat, right? Yeah. So I wouldn't scream.
So that'd be a smart thing to say.
At what point in time, I don't know, wouldn't you have pepper spray or something?
I've had pepper spray.
This pepper spray speaks for you. That's my slogan of my pepper spray company.
But I have to, get it out in time.
Like you're drawing a gun.
Quick draw McGraw.
Yeah. How does that... Because... Pepper spray only works when you know the situation is happening. It's never like, oh, fuck it, and then you spray him in the face.
Yeah, but if I'm attacking Quinn,
which we know happens a lot,
and she starts reaching for her purse to grab something, I'd be like, oh, no fucking way, and I would break your arm or something like that. You know what works a lot
better than pepper spray? Kicking the guy in the nuts and punching him in the face. I've done that.
Yeah. Wait, you have?
Oh yeah.
So wait, hold on. We got some extra time here.
No, we don't.
So someone was attacking. Someone was attacking you, and you punched him in the balls.
Or did you just kick him in the balls because you?
I need him in the balls.
Wait. So what happened? You were being attacked?
I was being
molested.
Taken advantage of. Yes, at a
party. By just some dude.
By a college guy. When I was in high school, it was a good time.
And you need him in the balls?
He cornered me and ripped my shirt off. And I made him in the balls and punched him in the face.
Before you covered yourself up? Or was it out in the open?
Did you get to see the goods?
I mean, there weren't that many goods when I was 16.
No, you got some goods going on.
No, the goods were smaller.
When did your goods come around?
So it was just natural killer instinct that came in and you're like...
Killer instinct?
You went for his balls and you punched him in the face?
Yeah.
And that was more effective than pepper spray?
Well, I didn't have pepper spray on me.
Did that just make him mad so he, was molesting you harder?
Did he send you letters later?
No.
I'm gonna fucking kill you if you...
I don't remember what this guy looks like. I ran out of the house.
You don't remember what he looked like?
Did you tell anyone?
Is this the first
time you've ever... Is this the first time you've ever exposed this?
Exclusive?
Some people know. I mean, it kind of scarred me for life, but not really.
Wow.
I'm good.
You alright? You want to talk about the time when a guy was taking advantage of me and tore my shirt off, and I didn't have the courage to knee him in the balls.
This is why we have Quinn here. No one wants to hear about you getting your titties flashed at some guy.
Nor did I have pepper spray. So you know what happened? He just took advantage of me.
All right, here's a question: would you make fun of someone if it was a guy who had pepper spray in his his pocket?
Yeah, that's just. That's not manly in our society.
So what if he's getting attacked and he's like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna get fucked and like everyone's gonna steal
First of all, is that a great idea? Yeah, I should carry pepper spray. Am I gonna make fun of myself? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna make fun of myself. That's a pussy thing to do.
Yeah, and you know what I would do? I would keep it in like a wrist thing, like fucking Spider-Man. So like, if someone comes at me, I just go, wow! They just spray right in their face like fucking Spider-Man's.
You're just gonna fucking Spider-Man.
That's a genius idea. I should start selling. You should put, guys. If you're listening, don't fucking steal that idea because I'm gonna look it up tomorrow and see if that's actually a real thing.
Spider-Man pepper spray.
Yeah, like you wear underneath like your fucking long sleeve shirt, and like you have like a thing that when you press and pull
like
back,
Velcro, it's just pepper sprays. So you're just like this. You just fucking
exactly.
Come at me.
That's fucking genius.
All right. Well, we're out of fucking bullet points, and
we're out of time too,
and we're out of fucking all kinds of things. We're not out of alcohol.
We got some more for next time.
Quinn wants to go home and
do we have any more of your Virginia Slims?
We have more Virginia Slims. We're gonna smoke those, but we don't want to draw these on too long. We want to leave you wanting more. I know you guys listen to us and you're like, "Wow, this is the best thing I've ever heard in my life." I wish they would just keep going forever, but we can't do that. We can't do that for these people, right? We have to end it.
If you want to,
it's like a show. You got to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, but if you want to pay us. Like, if you're, like, a really big fan of the show and you want to pay us just to sit and talk...
We'll do it.
Give
them a cliffhanger so they're like, oh, man, I got to come back next week.
All right, so a couple of topics for next time is...
we don't have them yet.
That's
the cliffhanger.
That's the cliffhanger.
We don't have anything for the next show yet.
Well, we didn't have anything up until about 2 hours ago for this one.
So how do we end it? With just saying fuck me a lot? Say fuck me.
Fuck me.
Fuck me.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I'll take that as an ending.
All right, whatever.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Bye.